Welcome to a very early and misty start to day one of my Isle of Skye road trip in my 1967 MGB GT. Started at about 4:30 this morning and just had to get straight on the motorway and get as far as I could before my first stop. I've done about 200 miles, which is a little bit earlier than I thought I would stop. I thought I'd go for another sort of 50 to 100 miles till the tank was empty on the car, but yeah, I just feel so tired. I think driving this car versus something more modern and the fact it was sort of dark and bad weather, just a bit more tiring than what I'm used to. But it's all good. I had some breakfast just in the service station there, which was fine. A cup of tea to wake me up. I did actually make a cup of tea this morning in this, my thermos, but I washed it out with some strong cleaner yesterday because it was all stained on the inside and my wife had used some coffee in it, so it smelt funny. But I think the detergent I used was also something that would affect the plastic, so I had a first sip of tea and it just tasted of soap, which is not great. So the plan today, as I mentioned in my previous video, is just to see how far I can get north, and I've booked an overnight stop in Glencoe, which is in the Scottish Highlands, so I have got quite a distance to cover today in the car. It's about 500 and something miles, so I'm not even halfway yet, but it's still early. It's about well, 8:15 now, so a bit more fuel, and then I'll probably do another stop before I get to the Glencoe for yeah, another top up of fuel, and I want to do a little bit of exploring before I get there. But yeah, more on that later. While I'm driving along, the first thing is that it's very loud in here. 84 decibels, I measured it on my watch, and I had a couple of little niggly issues, and one was that the door didn't shut. This driver's door wouldn't shut after the petrol station. I thought, oh, if it's just a jar, that'll be fine, but it quickly got extremely loud and quite drafty. So I had to pull over and adjust the door striker, which only took 5 minutes. And then subsequently a rattle has started from behind the dash, which comes and goes, but when it comes it's quite annoying, so I might have to have a look at that at some point over the next few days. It only seems to happen when I'm at motorway speeds though, so we might be able to live with it. Anyway, coming into the Lake District now, there's some beautiful mist just ahead on the hills, which is great, and hopefully the start of more stunning scenery. Now we've already got past Glasgow, so making some real progress. We just drove past a place that I stopped at the Jag actually and flew the drone the last time I was here, but the weather today is not drone flight weather, unfortunately. I just hope that it improves over the next few days, because I'd love to get the drone up to see lots of lovely scenery. In terms of the rest of today, I'm going to keep making my way to Glencoe, but before I get there, there's a road I want to go down, because it was the road that was featured in the film Skyfall, the James Bond film, where they park up his DB5 and him and M have a little bit of a chat. So that's kind of where I'm heading now. Hopefully I can find it okay, and that's going to be a bit of a detour before I arrive in Glencoe and the accommodation I've got for this evening. detour, and I had to be a little bit patient. Actually, it was quite busy at the spot where they did the filming. Several people there taking pictures, but I just waited a while, and then everybody cleared off, and I was able to get some good bits of video and some nice pictures. Being a James Bond fan, it felt like a bit of a rite of passage to come to the spot, given that it was so picturesque and memorable from the film. So yeah, excellent. So that's all I really wanted to achieve today, being the first day. So now I'm going to make my way to where I'm staying tonight before it gets dark, and so far so good. The car's still running well, hasn't let me down at all, apart from those little niggly issues, which aren't really issues, that's just old car stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for getting to my hotel and what waits for me on the Isle of Skye tomorrow. Wow! Well, what a day. So I was a bit worried about today with the MG coming all this way, reliability wise. I thought I'd end up 50 miles from home in a cloud of steam on the side of the road, but it just did really good today, the MG, and I'm super proud of it getting me here. And not only that, but I also thought it might be a bit boring content wise, because driving on the motorway isn't that interesting. But once I got into the Highlands and seeing the scenery here, it's just amazing views everywhere you look. And going down that road to Glencoe, I think it's called, with the Skyfall area, was just the icing on the cake. And I'm so glad that I got a couple of shots of the MG there and a few photos and whatever else. Tonight, I'm in my hotel room, as you can see. I'm in the Glencoe Inn, which is just a hotel right on the lock here. You might be able to see out my window, hopefully. Oh, you might not be able to, it's a bit dark, a bit of reflections, but I've got a great view out of my room. And actually, when I arrived, the weather cleared up a bit, so I took my drone out, which is some footage that I would have used already. And it's just a beautiful area, so I encourage anyone coming up this way to stay near Glencoe. It's really lovely. And this hotel is quite nice. It's got a couple of restaurants attached to it. Nice bar, which I've just been to and had a couple of pints on an empty stomach, which probably isn't the best idea, but I'm going down for dinner in a minute, so yeah, hopefully I won't have a hangover or anything tomorrow, but it depends if I go back to the bar afterwards. The room's nice and comfortable, nice bed, tartan obviously on the bedspread there, and then a small but functional bathroom, which is just what you need really for an overnight stop. Perfect. So I'll probably wrap it up there. Thank you so much for watching my Isle of Skye adventure. I'm not there yet, so next time I'll be hopping over the bridge and going to Skye and seeing what that's got in store. If it's anything like the surrounding area here, then we're in for a treat. So yeah, join me next time for day 2.